Hello everybody, welcome to the Comic Gamer Movie Show. My name is Deshaun and today I'm here to review the Netflix original series, whatever, Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. Now, Resident Evil Infinite Darkness it's not really a series. It's basically just another one of the 3D, 3D CGI Resident Evil movies, the cutscene kind of movies, the movies that look like they're from a the movies that look like they're from a cutscene from an old school Resident Evil from a Resident Evil game, but they just basically just made it into a film. There are a shit ton of these. There are a lot of these things. I've seen them all, or I've almost seen them all. I don't know. I do get a kick out of it because there are some times where I'd be playing a video game and the cutscene would be so good that I'm like, shit, man, I could just watch this cutscene. The Tekken fight cutscenes, I'm always just like, yo, man, I could just watch this. Like, I could just watch this because this looks awesome. But, so, the concept of doing this with Resident Evil was cool too, but honestly, there's nothing special here. This video is going to be pretty short. There's nothing special here. It's the same as all the other 3D games. It's just 3D movies. It's because all these 3D movies are the same thing. They're just, what's the word I'm looking for? Gap fillers between the video games. Like, what characters were doing in between. Like, this is basically, like, this whole movie is basically what Leon did after saving the president's daughter. Because this is not that long ago that he did that, and it's brought up. Because it's Leon and Claire are in this one, and it's clearly this is what Leon did after he saved the president's daughter. Claire, this is, she's been still doing shit. You don't hear really from Chris. And because really those are the three characters who are in all the movies. It's Claire, Chris, and Leon. They're the three big characters. There are other characters who have importance, but they're the three, maybe you can count Wesker, but like they're the three big ones. They're the heavy hitters. They're the main characters. They're the characters who have led their own games. So the thing about it is this movie, it's like I said, there's nothing I can't explain it to you any other way. So it turns out that one of the people underneath the president was working with biological weapons, wants to sell it to some people on the black market, sell it. No, he wants to somehow make it, find a way to start a war with China, so that way he can sell his biological weapons, and then when biological weapons become a thing that's to be sold, he will have control of all those weapons, and he'll have a lot of money. It's some over-the-top, cheesy mumbo-jumbo. And, of course, Leon, Claire's investigating this on her own, while Leon is personally picked by the president because the president trusts him because Leon saved his daughter to go about and do shit. To investigate this himself, but he's investigating it with these two other colleagues. Turns out those colleagues were working on were trying to expose what was going on as well, but one of them is, infected. It's the same old shit. Really, honestly, there's not much to say about this thing. It's pretty paint by numbers. If you've seen one of the other animated ones, it's not the best one of those. I don't know why they turned it into a show, because it's just like an hour and 15-minute movie. That's it. It's barely worth any time. It's done before it even starts. Nothing even happens. It doesn't set anything up. It's a prequel. It takes place before and between other things. Like I said, these movies are I don't get these movies anymore. They're just really to establish. Okay, I guess I do get them. They're just to establish that because the Resident Evil zombie universe is so weird because it's so different than any other zombie universe. Because most zombie universes are about people surviving the zombie apocalypse, whereas the Resident Evil universe is about people trying to sell this virus and these little incidences and these little almost occurrences, which is what the movies are about. The movies, only one of them, I believe, well, two of them had outbreaks, but even those outbreaks were self-contained. One of them was in an airport, which had Chris, which ironically had Leon and Claire in it. Another one was at this fucking, another one was and another one was a big one, it was a city thing, but they kind of contained that too. And that's what that's really what what these movies are these incidents. It's the stuff we don't get to see. Leon working directly under the president to go around and try to stop certain things from happening. Claire traveling around trying to figure out the mystery and figure out how to stop these sales from going down, you know, her way. And then you got, you know, Chris, who's like got a task force whose job it is to go around and clear out all these biological weapons, or like to figure out these biological weapons and where they are. So it's really like Resident Evil is really about like Claire, Chris, and like if you really want to be top down about it, it's about Leon, Claire, and Chris going around trying to stop these incidences, trying to stop these sales, trying to stop these biological incidences before they get too far out of control. Even 7 and 8 are, you can probably say, it's still about Chris trying to go around and stop these biological incidences before they get too far out of control, before they get too far out there. And that's what these movies are. These movies are basically the stories that weren't good enough to be made into a video game. That's basically what these movies are. They're the stories that were not good enough to be made into a video game. And that's what this show is. It's just another one of those movies. Wasn't good enough to be made into a video game, but they thought they could make a pretty penny off of it. They got the voice actors from the movies. It's badly voice acted, by the way. It's rough. It's rough voice acting. The animation is rough. Like, it's not even really good animation. Like, you know, they could probably have some awesome, like, animation going on, but I don't know. Like, Netflix has this deal, clearly has a deal going on with the Resident Evil, Capcom with Resident Evil, because they got this on here, and they got a show that's supposed to be coming out. It's called Welcome to Raccoon City. So, we'll see. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. So, we'll see. We'll see how that turns out, because this movie, this show was, like, I'd give it a 4. Maybe 5 if I'm being generous. Like, it's just, man, it's there. If you've seen it before. Even the action isn't even as cool as some of the other ones. There's not a lot of zombies in it. Like, there's zombies in the beginning, but it quickly moves on and just kind of becomes this whole it tries to be like this political thing, this, you know, and then Leon fights the monster in the end, but it's not even as cool as his other fights. Like I said, this one, like, I don't even know why this even needed to be a thing. Like, I walked away after I finished watching. I was just like, well, that felt like a waste of time. but anyways, that's my thoughts on Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. I would not check this out. If you're a Resident Evil fan, which I am, maybe you'll get something out of it. As a Resident Evil fan, it was enjoyable to see these characters and be like, and kind of put my mind and go, oh, this happened. This is what happened. This is what happened almost like a year after Leon saved the president's daughter. So like, he became the president's guy. I mean, we all know in Resident Evil 6, president gets turned to a zombie, so clearly it doesn't all work out, but at this point it was looking up. It was looking up for Leon. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.